Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Another beautiful day today. About 70, clear, got the breeze going. Cande, what a day yesterday, huh?
It was incredible. It was so gorgeous.
And I woke up yesterday thinking to myself, when I sat outside there with my little Yorkie Tony on the grass and the beautiful breeze, I said, maybe there is some hope for the world. Maybe today will be a better day.
I hope so.
We'll see.
Not, but maybe tomorrow.
No, maybe tomorrow. A few things. Let's touch first on the coronavirus, because let's not forget there's a pandemic going on, Cande.
Yes, but we are improving in that area. It's not all bad news there.
Right. Well, although most health experts will tell you the massive protests around the U.S., they're very afraid will lead to many more outbreaks.
I don't know if you saw that massive pool party. I forget where it was. I want to say Texas, but I could be wrong.
It was Lake of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozarks.
Someone had it. They didn't know, and they could have very well infected everyone that was there, and there were hundreds of people there.
That was one of the stories I definitely was going to get to here. You are right. It was Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, Cande, I believe.
Yeah.
And someone did test positive, which means there's going to be more that tested positive from there.
And I would never get in a pool with people like wall-to-wall people. No. Even on a good day, no.
Let me reiterate this, because I know, and I don't say this because I think you're locked up in your house not talking to anyone. I say this because I have this on good authority. I speak to record labels down in Nashville. I speak to my very close friend Murph down in Florida. I have conversations with people down south, and all of them say that down there, it's like a different country. Like, they think it's a Northeast New York problem. They still don't get it.
Yes, they don't get it. No, you're right. They really don't.
Yeah, they don't understand what's happening. So, couple other things going on. Here's an interesting one. You've heard a lot about colleges who are going online, or colleges who say they're going to go through Thanksgiving and then shut it down after Thanksgiving, or things like that. Iona College made a statement. Iona College here in New York. They say they're planning to start the school year 3 weeks early, August 10th, to try to squeeze in as much time as possible before the potential second wave in the fall, Cande. So they're calling kids back.
What is going to happen at these colleges in the fall?
Well, let me give you another story, okay? I will not tell you who it is. I don't want to tell you who it is, because obviously people tell me things in confidence. I don't want to break that confidence.
When you're taking calls on the veranda?
No, this was a friend. This was a friend who told me they have a very bright daughter who goes to school out of state, down south, okay? And they said that if school's closed and their kid isn't going to school there, they don't want to pay for the child to do online classes. They told the child, listen, take a semester off, take two semesters off, whatever, do community college here, do online classes with that, but we're not paying X amount of dollars for you to learn online and not get the full being away college experience. So that's something that parents are now talking about, which will affect colleges. And
yes, and the future. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If you look at the big picture, it could really send you over the edge.
It definitely. Look, I already have been discussing the fact that, and I know we've talked about this, Leah in middle school, I'm okay with. She does all her work. She's got a lot of work. She's okay being home. She's a mature kid. She seems to be growing, right? But my fourth grader and my first grader, I'm worried that, if they're not in regular school for a year or 2 years, this will set generations of kids back.
This is what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
have
absolutely.
A huge impact. Huge.
Absolutely. So I'm more worried about their development in fourth grade and first grade right now. My sixth grader, if she doesn't get back in school till eighth grade, okay, I know she's going to be okay, but there's elementary school who are trying to learn the basics and become human beings, Cande.
It's tough.
And it's
learn
difficult.
How to socialize, and learn how to take directions, and learn not to be the center of attention. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely. You bring up some great points. So that's going on. Now let me touch quickly on the protests and things we've been watching on TV. May I just say, Candy, there are two separate conversations here. There's the conversation, which I see a lot of great conversations on TV about how we approach racism, how we end racism, how we bring equality back into the picture, and all of the conversations that need to be had. And then there's the secondary or separate conversation of how do we end the violence in the streets? Because even though there's a little bit of a crossover in the two, now we have two completely separate conversations because police have to ramp things up to take back our cities, Candy. It's insane.
Yes, everybody really take a step back. And the looting, I'll never understand looting as long as I live.
Yeah, so the other interesting thing I heard, which I could see with my own eyes as I'm watching, I know I watch a little more than you do, but there are four type of people out in the streets. There's real protesters who want to make change, which is great.
Yes.
There's antagonizers. There's people who are out there just to cause trouble, who a lot of them are coming from out of state just to cause issues or wherever they're coming from. Then you have looters, that's a third part, and then you have young people who legitimately might want to help but are bored because there's nothing else going on in their lives. Candy, there are four distinct types of people out there in the streets, and it's insane, and they're all coming together.
I just hope it all stops soon.
Yeah, so look, we are, just one more time, I want to make mention. We are, as we do this show, we are aware of what's going on in the world, but I will tell you this, our main job is to play great music and to bring you a little fun, and especially My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.